All right, I want to tell you about my meal prepping, okay? So I'm about to throw this in the oven, and I think it's important because I've been talking to a lot of people. People have asked, how do I do it? What's my whole thing? And I want to go through every little detail that would have helped me. First detail is that I loathe cooking. Absolutely hate it. I hate doing anything more than one thing. I also hate it when there's a bunch of ingredients. I just despise it. Now I'm at this point where I still don't like it, but I found something that really works for me. It's really simple, pretty much one ingredient, chicken, and then I just put a couple seasoning on it. I'll go into detail and stuff in a second, but the mentality I have around it is like, this isn't extra work. This is less work. Going to the store, deciding what I'm going to eat, thinking about how many calories I have, blah, blah, blah. What I have here is absolutely going to bring me to my goal every single time I eat it, and it's going to be satiating. It's my favorite meal at this point. Like on my birthday, I was like, oh, I'm going to have this and that and so on. I ended up just eating one of these for one of my meals because I was like, that's actually my favorite meal. That's what I like the most. It sounds crazy, but I've cooked it so many times and changed little things and tested stuff, and it's like, no, I really, really love this. So let me show you what I have going on here. Okay, so it's actually really simple. All I do is I just bought this boneless chicken breast from BJ's. It's about $11 for 4.8 pounds. Sometimes it's 5 pounds. And all I do is I have these little chicken scissors, and I just grab the chicken breast and I just cut it up into little pieces, just like this. And that's it. And then I just even it all out. And then I just put some seasoning on it. This one's not so great. I have some favorites, but I just try new things all the time. Sometimes I'll mix it up, throw some Cajun or whatever. It doesn't matter, all that 0 calories. One of my favorite things to do for chicken is to throw on this everything bagel mix. It gives it some really good texture, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. I just think that this is really good. Sometimes I put it on after I cook it too. And if it's too much for one tray, I have a little backup tray to get the overflow chicken. One thing to keep in mind is I always take this and I just throw it out right away because this can really stink up the trash I found. And if there's any juices on the bottom juice water collector, it's not good. I've had it leak in the trash too many times. So I just throw that out right away every time. Worth that extra effort. So then, easy as pie, I just put it in the oven, just like that. And I start a timer for about a half an hour. And again, like I said, I bake all my chicken because 1, I don't want to use any oils. 2, I hate cooking. I hate it so much. So if I just throw it in the oven and walk away, to me, it's automated cooking. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour in the oven. And this is a tiny oven. It's just a weird apartment. But I'm going to take it out and it's going to be swimming in water. As you will see here, tons of water. And I'm okay with that because actually it ends up being like more tender, I guess you could say, versus browned and crispy. So basically what I do now is just kind of turn it like this because it's still a little pink. The reason that there's this much water is because there's too much chicken for a pan of this size, so it can't evaporate the water as fast. So most people would spread this out over 2 pans, like a whole nother big pan. And maybe I'll do that in the future, but right now I don't want to buy another pan, and this is fine. And I don't mind it that much because when we look at the chicken, this is still a little raw, but you can see it's very, very tender. It's very, very moist. So I basically just put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes just to make sure there's no more pink spots. I can see there's a little bit of pink on some of the bigger pieces. I've combined all the chicken into one pan and I'm going to separate it into its little bins, talk a little bit about the way I approach meal prep and my thoughts around it and everything like that. Okay, so this is my meal prep little station. I've got the little meal prep containers in the back, scale, pickles, barbecue sauce, and the chicken. Now I'm going to be talking about all of this as if you were me who was dumb and hates cooking. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it, I loathe cooking, I hate meal prep, all that. So I tried to make it as easy as possible. So I just put the thing on the scale and I tear it out or tally it out, whatever it's called, to 0. And then I simply just put chicken into it till it's about 175, roughly 160, 175. So that's good, 171. And then I put in some barbecue sauce, about 20 to 30 grams. So that would be about 90. So that's the barbecue helping, and I know it's always the same, give or take a gram or two. I freaking love these sweet heat things, so I usually just take a whole bunch of them and I just chuck it in the container, just like that. Close it up and I just put it to the side, and then I just stack them all. Okay, like I said, I hate cooking. I hate meal prep also. But this part isn't that bad for me, really. Now, I just put on a YouTube video or an audiobook and just kind of cruise out for about like 6 minutes mentally. It doesn't take that long. It's just I just don't like it. But okay, so this is them all meal prepped up. Now you'll notice 2 stupid containers. That's because when I started doing meal prep, I was like, I'm not going to really do this. Like, maybe I'm kidding myself. So I bought these dollar store ones. And I do recommend, if you've never done anything like this and you're just trying to get your weight under control and your eating habits and you're just kind of dipping your toes in it, yeah, go to the dollar store and get like 4 of them for $1. Start doing it, but then you'll realize why people get these glass ones, because they microwave and so on. But I'm not saying spend on it. I didn't, and I do recommend the same thing, because like I eased into this. It wasn't overwhelming. It was like, oh, let me try it. And that attitude towards like, maybe it's not so bad, really helped me realize that it was actually good. And then when I go to my fridge and I see it in my fridge in just a second, I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. There's nothing in my fridge but the thing that I love the most, the thing that's going to get me on my journey, the thing that I'm going to absolutely just demolish when it's lunchtime or dinner time. So there they are. They're all lined up, ready for me to just grab them and go. There's that extra one on top. There's some eggs, which I don't know. I just don't like eggs all that much. There's Crystal Light happening for like liquid. Same with a bunch of Coke Zero. I have a protein bar a day. These ones are my favorite, the Cliff Builders. The protein and the Oreo, equally good. A couple Snapples. And then just like, I want this to all be barbecue sauce, but it's just random little things. So my whole approach here is to make it as simple as possible, brainless, one ingredient. I don't go crazy with the cooking, you saw. And the whole measuring thing, there is a window between 160, 175, 180 grams of cooked. Now you might be like, well, wait, it's 4.8 raw, should be this or that. It's always the same. 244 grams raw equals roughly about 175 grams cooked. Now, I'm not doing the math or anything. It's just, instead of eyeballing it, I measure it. That way I know it's always the same. It's going to get 9 or 10 little containers. Usually I have about a 5-pound thing, not 4.8. So I was a little shy today. But yeah, it's really good. Just aim for 160 grams when I dice it up. 175 to 160 grams, and that and some pickles and barbecue sauce. Now you might be thinking, well, what about rice, potato, sweet potato, whatever? Yeah, sometimes I cook sweet potato and I add it to it, but usually my first meal I have an English muffin with a little bit of butter, and then the second meal I'm like, I'll just do chicken in the protein bar. So that's kind of my mix, and I do that every single day, every single meal. And then on Fridays there's a family dinner, and you know, my family loves to like put on barbecue sauce and butter and breads and stuff like that. So I pretty much have my whole day's calories there. So I fast until, you know, a couple hours before dinner, and I have a little snack with protein bar or an English muffin or something, and then I have the whole dinner, and that's that. Sometimes I'll go home and I'll have a little bit of dessert if I don't have dessert with the family, and then I get right back on the same exact thing the next day. So that's really it. It's super simple. Now you might be thinking like, that is insane. I could never eat the same thing every day. Well, yeah, I used to be there until I realized like this is my favorite meal. And it's not about food. The way I look at it is, if you're thinking the best part of your day is the meal you eat, what the thing you look forward to the most is food, I look at that as pathetic. That's a signal that your day sucks, that your life sucks, that food is the greatest part of it. You should have a day that's so wonderful and designed and living out in such a great way that food just is something like, here we go, I'm going to eat, get some energy, move on, and get back to the cool thing. Or think better thoughts and go for walks and so on. Once you implement a better lifestyle, food is just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And that's the mentality if this food sucked. But I've cooked this so many times that I'm like, no, I love barbecue sauce. I've tried hot sauce. I've tried the seasonings here, there, whatever. And I just refine it. So now whenever I'm hungry, I think, I want that. Anybody says like, oh, let's go out to eat here or whatever, some food I used to think is delicious. I'm like, ugh, why? I just want to eat my food. And that sounds crazy, especially to me. Like, the identity shift that I had to go through to get to this point was insanely crazy. And I really owe a lot of this, like so much, to Ash Richards, my coach. He really worked with me. He's so great in so many ways. I'm going to put his stuff down below. If you're looking for somebody to really just walk you through this change, like you've tried many coaches like me or online people, you buy this program, blah, 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 and nothing really sticks and you still have the belly fat instead of being pretty decent shape for a regular person, like that is insane to me. Like, I haven't been this thin since high school. So I really recommend just thinking about working with somebody, because if it wasn't for working with him, I don't think I could have done this. I was too locked up in a 12-year-old, I want candy, I want sweets, I want to eat whatever I want, I want to do whatever I want mentality. And then look at me now. I've lost 35 pounds. To me, that's crazy, especially on my size. I'm 5'6". That's a lot. And get this too, I also didn't lose any muscle or mass. I'm still benching 225, maybe a little bit less now. That is crazy. For my height and weight, I am now 135. 136 today, but tomorrow or the next day it'll be about 135. I hope this helps you guys out, inspires you to reconsider what you could do. And again, like I say, like I understand. I could never have done this before until I started working at it. And like I said, when I said like get the dollar store bins, I only meal prepped the second meal of my day. That was all I did. I ate burgers, I ate this dumb Sour Patch Kids for the first meal, and then the second meal, I did this. And that's when I started seeing, I was like, wait, actually I'm always more fulfilled and I always enjoy that meal more. But yeah, it's a road. It takes a little while for somebody like me. Maybe some people can just do it, but that's not how I was made. So yeah, again, I encourage you to keep trying. Don't ever give up. You only lose when you give up and you quit. All right, peace.